Good morning, it's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine, and I am here with some live Sunday morning stamping. Thanks for tuning in this morning, whether you're going to join me here live or catch the replay. This morning I am featuring the November 2020 paper pumpkin kit, which is called Jolly Gingerbread. And I have 4 projects I'm going to try to demo super quick. And I'll have the measurements on my video below and then on my blog if you want to come back and check them out later. So I'm just going to go through the projects really quick. So here's number 1, which can be a gift card holder or a money holder, and then you can hang it on your Christmas tree. So it's pretty close to the original sample. Here is project number 2, which is also can be a money or gift card holder or a pouch for a hot cocoa or some candy treats. Here is project number 3, which is a little rectangle tin decorated with contents from the kit. So I mainly use stuff from the kit, but I'll tell you when I added things in. And here is project number 4, which is a little box, and inside is a little Kcup, and I've got a little candy cane on top. Good morning, Mary. Thanks for tuning in. So let me show you. The kit itself was little gift card holders, and you get 15. So they're little pouches, and then they have the little envelope to coordinate. So I kind of changed things up and did stocking stuffers. And then here's the little box that the kit comes in. It's super cute. When I saw Jolly Gingerbread and got the kit, I was thinking of Candyland. And then some things about the kit. It has these cute candy stickers. You get a awesome stamp set that kind of has like a gingerbread house. All these different sentiments, which I'm using 5 of the stamps on my projects. You get a sheet of labels, which you just pop out to stamp on, and then they're white on the back, so you can always use the white side. You get the gingerbread pouches, which I'll go over, and then you get sheets that have decorated little houses, house shapes, and you pop these out. But my tip is to just be super careful when you're popping them out, because I broke a few at the bottom. So just be gentle and go slow if you do have this kit. So I guess I can go ahead and get started. I want to get through 4 projects, and I have a bonus project to share. So, and I want to keep this video only about 30 minutes. So I'm going to point my camera down at my station, and we'll go ahead and get stamping. Okay, so I decided that I would do all the stamping first just to speed up the time that I'm going to take. So I did change the ink in the kit. It comes with I'm blanking on the color. It's one of the pink colors, and I changed it. I think it was Blushing Bride. So I decided to change it to Cinnamon Cider because some of the extra things I added onto the kit were the Cinnamon Cider in color ribbon and some of the in color Cinnamon Cider cardstock. So I have my Cinnamon Cider ink pad, and I'm gonna do some of my stamping. So like I said, I just popped these out right from the kit, and this one's gonna be Happy Holidays for project number 1. I'll try to go in order, but I just figured it would be a lot easier if I just stamp everything and then do my assembling after. So I did the Happy Holidays on the front, but on the back, I flipped it over and did the 2 in the from. So let's do the 2 in the from. And this is with the heart at the top. There's 3 different designs in the kit. There is a heart, a star, and kind of what reminds me of a gumdrop. Okay, so my stamping is done for project number 1. I'm gonna go to project number 2, and I just stamped the Enjoy. And as I assemble, I'll go over. So because this is photopolymer, I'm using my Stampin' Pierce mat. And I do love the paper pumpkin stamps because They are photopolymer, so you can see right through to see where you're going. This one's a sweet treat for you. There's other sentiments. I just decided to use what I'm using. You can change things up. And then here's the cute little house with the star. And I'm also gonna do a sweet treat for you on this one. And I'm stamping right on my die cut piece. So if this scares you, you can totally stamp on one of the labels and stick that over. Or if you stamp here and you screw up, you can totally cover it up and nobody will ever know. Okay, so I think all my stamping is done. So I'm going to take my mat and my ink pad away and my stamps. So let's get to assembling. So like I said, project number 1 is most similar to the projects in the kit. So I have my house. So this is how the little houses come. So it's a pocket, so you have the little tab to go on the inside. And this one is pretty close to similar. So what I'm gonna do is just put my adhesive at the bottom and then my adhesive on the side flap. You can use tear and tape. There's actually a little bit in your kits. If you bought this kit already, you had to sign up by the 10th of the month to get this one. So I am just gonna use liquid glue and hopefully not get glue on my table. So we're gonna adhere that shut. Oh, try not to shake the table too much. Okay, so I want this to be my front where I have the door. So let me get all my pieces first that I stamped. So the piece that has the little gumdrops or jelly beans, this is the piece where I want my happy holidays. And you can either stick this down and then stick on the happy holidays, but I don't want adhesive up near the heart opening. So I'm just gonna put some adhesive down the sides and in the middle. And I'm gonna line this up to cover up around the door. Try not to shake the camera too much. Okay, and then I'm gonna flip over and let's put our to and our from on. So see, I did stamp on the back side of the pretty one, but I wanted it to coordinate, so there we go, just like so. And I'm gonna put my ribbon, it's a 10-inch piece of the In Color Cinnamon Cider ribbon. And one tip, I always invest in the In Color products because they're good for 2 years. So this is 2020 to 2022. So I'm just feeding it through the heart opening, and I'm gonna just tie in a knot the 2 ends. And then I can hang this right from the Christmas tree, and it can hold a gift card, money. It probably would hold some small candy, something relatively thin. Actually, we've gotten, oh, I didn't do a very good job with my knot, and I think I'm coming off camera, sorry. So I can fix that later though. So I know they make York peppermint patties and Reese's Thins, so probably a thin candy would fit inside. So there's project number 1, a little gift card or money holder you can hang from your, oh, I forgot about my little gumdrops. Okay, I showed you earlier the little candy dots, and they come on this sheet in 5 different colors. So I just picked the, I believe it's Calypso Coral, to coordinate with my little tag. And then I'm complete. So just 2 kind of by the front door. I did this on, I think, on all my projects. Okay, so moving on to project number 2. This is I'm using the envelope that comes in the kit, and I'm just decorating the envelope. So super simple and easy. I stamped my Enjoy earlier. So I'm just gonna layer up my pieces. And again, I'm not gonna put adhesive up by my little gumdrop. I guess it could be a window. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like a cuckoo clock, and that would be where the little bird would come out. So let's see, I'm gonna put my Enjoy on. I thought this could also be a gift card or a money holder, but let me also show you what else it could be. Let me put on my dark green little candy dots. I'm trying to go a little bit fast just because I have 4 projects to demo. And then I'm just gonna add this on. It's a 5-inch piece of the In Color Cinnamon Cider Ribbon. And I'm just gonna tie in a knot, and then you can cut the tails how you like. And then this is gonna go right onto the outside. And you could use whatever adhesive you like. I'm just keeping it simple and using the liquid glue since I have it handy here. So you can put in your money or your gift card, take the flap and seal it shut. You could take the flap and cut it off and make this a holder for some candy or an individual, the tall skinny kind of like hot cocos or something like that, or a little instant coffee. So there's a couple ideas for project number 2. Project number 3, now I'm getting a little bit more difficult in my level here. So project number 3 is a rectangle tin. So what I'm gonna do is decorate the inside, make a little belly band going around. And this one I also included the In Color 2020-2022 Designer Series paper in Cinnamon Cider. And I used the star house, and I used one of the hearts from one of the tops of the other ones to go in the middle here. So let me show you a couple things with the tins. So here's the rectangle tin, and oh, I didn't show you this on the last project, but let me show you really quick on one of the other ones. So for the last project, project number 2, the Enjoy, and then this one right here, the tin, what I did is I cut along the score lines of the house, and then I have 2. Okay, so then I have 1, and I know it's a different design, so don't get lost here, but when I cut in half, I have 1 little house to use on the Enjoy pocket, and then I have 1 little house to use on my tin. Okay, so I hope you're with me there. So this was like the perfect size, but a little bit too long. So I'm just gonna cut right by the design. I use my paper snips. You could use your trimmer if you want to use your trimmer. You could also totally round the corners if you wanted to make it look nice and fancy. I just figured it would be super simple to do it this way. So I stamped my A Sweet Treat for You earlier. I need to find my little heart. I made little packets so I wouldn't get myself so confused with 4 projects. Where's my little heart? Okay, there it is. So let's just start layering these things up. Okay, so for this one, I made a little bow and I am attaching it through one side. So I don't want to put adhesive on one side, kind of like the leg part. Okay, so pick whichever side you want. I'm just going to say I want to go no adhesive over there. So I'm going to put my adhesive up here and onto my gingerbread piece. You're probably seeing my reflection in the tin. Sorry about that. And try to get that on there. Okay, so I have no adhesive on, I guess I did this side this time. I'm gonna use pink little gumdrop, little candy dots, whatever you want to call these things. You get 2 sheets of this. I was really blown away by how much product you get in this kit. So let's put on my sweet treat for you that I stamped earlier. I made all these projects, and obviously I made 2 of each. So I had a sample to show, and I hope I'm in the camera okay. So my sweet treat for you, I think I need to go this way. Okay. My sweet treat for you is on, and then the ribbon is a 10-inch piece. So let's just put this on top here. And sorry, I keep moving around. My adhesive is not on this side, so this is where I want to make a bow. Oh, I also want to put my heart, but let me do my bow first. So get your ribbon through where you have no adhesive on, kind of what I'm calling one of the legs of the houses. And then we're just going to do a bow. And I'm just going to tie it and futz with it later to make it look pretty. Just to save time. I think I'm already about 16 minutes in. And I was trying to keep this 30. So this project and the next one have a little bit more difficult. Okay, so I totally have that tied, and I can futz with it later. And then add my little heart with a little bit of liquid glue, a little tiny bit. Okay. So now let's do the inside of the tin. So I hope you don't get lost here. This is a piece of the In Color Designer Series paper, 2020 to 2022. And it's 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. And then what I did is I scored at 3/4, 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. Okay, so you can see the score lines. I'm just going to go ahead. I kind of pre-folded these to save time. And I'm going to cut off the 4 corners. This is going to be for the inside of the tin. And I was thinking, what would we put inside? So maybe mints. Mints or candy would probably be good. But these also fit a gift card. So these are all great stocking stuffer ideas. And I just added the rectangle tin. They come in a 4-pack, and they are $12 in the US plus shipping and tax. And of course I added the Designer Series paper and the ribbon that coordinates. So you have a piece that looks like this, and this is perfect to fit inside the rectangle tin. Whoops, sorry. You kind of got to kind of wiggle it a little bit to get it to go, but then it will fit in perfect. Whoops. Trust me. There we go. So there you go. And then you could add your candy and whatever gift card. You could even put your gift card up here in the top. And close it up. And then I have a piece of the same coordinating paper, and it's 2 by 6. But you're going to see, it's not going to fit around the whole entire tin, okay? There's going to be a gap, and I should be doing it this way because this is the back, and this is the front. So let me lay it down. So you're going to have a gap, and in that gap, I want to adhere my gingerbread piece. But I want the tin to be reusable. So I want to make sure my adhesive stays on my Designer Series paper. So you kind of need almost another pair of hands to help with this, but I'm going to use liquid glue. You could also use tear and tape here, and I'm just going to put some down, and I'm going to do one side at a time because in my original sample, it was kind of loose, and I had to tack it on with a mini glue dot, and I don't really want to do that if possible. So I'm doing one side. And then I have that attached, and then I can kind of pull this tight to make the belly band. There's probably an easier way to do this, but this is what I came up with. So sorry that my hands are all like in the way here, but I think you get the idea. Pretty much you have a gap in the middle and you want to cover it up with your tag, but you want to kind of pull it tight. If you have it too loose, it will slide right off. So I think that is on there. So I can fix my bow later, but that is project number 3, the rectangle tin. And here's the final project when you get your bow looking nice. And then project number 4 is a Kcup box. It's actually the original project I made, the first project I made with the kit. And I made it because, of course, my husband loves gingerbread coffee around this time of year. So I thought this would be perfect for a stocking stuffer, and it fits a little candy cane. So I mimicked my box, and it's actually not even a box, on our clear tiny treat boxes. So I just decorated the front. And you could totally decorate the sides and the back if you want. So let's do that really quick. I have 2 houses to make my box. And it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pick this one on top as my front door, or front part here. I'm putting no adhesive up by my star so I can put my ribbon there like we've done on our other projects. Okay, and then I want to start adhering these together. So there's the tab, and I find it's easy if you lay these down flat to start. So I'm going to put adhesive on my tab, and then I'm going to adhere 2 together. It lines up perfectly. Whoops, there we go. Okay, then you could kind of fold it in half too. Whoops, fold it in half to make sure you have a good stick. I'm sorry that I'm shaking the table. Okay, I think that's good. And make sure all your sides are folded so you kind of see where I'm going. I'm going to have the base, but I need some cardstock to kind of go inside and on the bottom to hold my Kcup inside. So I came up with a template for you. So it's a piece of cinnamon cider cardstock, and then it's 3.5 by 9 inches. And then I scored it at the 9-inch side at 2.25, 4 2.25, 4.5, and 6 3/4. Okay. And then on the short side, on the 3.5-inch side, I scored it at 2. Okay, so then I'm going to fold. And you're going to start to see, this is going to start to make a box. Except it's actually not a box. It's just kind of like an insert. So I want to cut on the short sides. I want to cut up to the score line from the bottom on all 3. This is going to be the bottom of the box. Okay, and then I can decide, I guess I want those in and this out like this. Okay, so hopefully you're with me here. So I'm just going to put adhesive to glue this down, glue this flap down. And what's funny is I don't have a box, right? I just kind of have like an insert right now, but it's going to work fine because I'm going to put my houses around it, and that's going to kind of hold it all together. So I hope that makes sense. The measurements will be on my blog at christinestamps.blogspot.com, and I'll put them in this video. So then I can start building my house around. And, oh, that's there. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. I have my seam right where in the front. So make sure if you want your seam in the back that you would glue this to the other side. So now all I have to do is adhere my box inside. So I found it easy if I just went one at a time, and you can either put your adhesive on your house, and then to get started, this worked best for me. So kind of hold it in the square and line this up towards the bottom, and then you can put your fingers on the inside. You can use tear and tape here, and then we're just going to go side by side. You could put adhesive on the cinnamon cider part. Then I found it easiest to kind of get my fingers inside to make sure I have a good stick. And we're just going to go all the way around. Make sure you're scoring your sides as you go. I'm a little generous with my glue for my 3D projects. And then here we go. This is the last one, but then I have the tab. So oh, of course I screwed up there. You want the tab on the inside, and I did not do that. So, hey, I always screw up something on my live videos. So, put some glue on your tab, and you could cover that up. So then you have a little box. My gluing is not perfect, but I'm kind of going fast for the video. So here is the final project. Then it has a little Kcup inside, and it fits a candy cane. You could almost probably put 2 Kcups, but you could do a hot cocoa Kcup and put marshmallows in a little baggie. Oh, and then like the others, I added 2 of the little mint candies down each side in the front. And then I have a 12-inch piece of ribbon that I just tied up in a bow right through the star at the top. So I think you get the idea. I'm coming up upon 30 minutes, and I do have a bonus project and a couple announcements to make. So for my scrapbookers and my people that like to memory keep, I just wanted to show you a bonus project which features the Memories and More page. And this is one of my favorite ones because it's got the 2 pockets at the top and then room for a 4x6 photo. So I just thought this was so cute if you are making a gingerbread house with your family, with your kids, with your grandchildren. You could have room for your photo at the bottom. I just decorated one of the little houses over here, and then you have room for some journaling over here. So that is a little bonus project for you. If you don't already subscribe to Paper Pumpkin in the United States, it's $22 a month. You get a full box of prepped crafting supplies that you just got to assemble. And if you sign up by the 10th of the month, you get the kit for that month. And I always do a live video that you can find on my YouTube or on my blog, which is christinestamps.blogspot.com. If you can also prepay, so if you're looking for a gift this holiday season, you can prepay for Paper Pumpkin in 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, or 12-month supply. And the December kit is called Berry Comforting, and it's going to be 12 cards with envelopes. So I just wanted to mention that if you're not already a subscriber. So I'm going to bring the camera up for some final announcements. So I just wanted to talk about shipping deadlines. with the holidays coming, Stampin' Up! Has told us that December 9th is going to be the last day to guarantee packages for Christmas delivery. And I do have some people that have placed some orders for wish lists. So if you have something on your wish list that you would like to give me your family or friends contact information, I'm happy to contact them to buy something from your wish list from Stampin' Up. So I've gotten a couple of those so far, so thanks. And you can be local or long distance anywhere in the United States. So I can ship directly from Stampin' Up across the United States. And I am working today on a Santa's Workshop stamp camp. So it's going to be my last Christmas related class for the season. So I plan to release that this Tuesday, December 1st. And if you're not on my mailing list, you can join at my blog, christinestamps.blogspot.com. And that's it for me for today. I'll be back next week with another project to share. Have a great week.